Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Daggerheart: The Broken Spine. It's our season 2, not finale, the other one, premiere. Woohoo! Hopefully not the finale. If we party wipe, we'll just make new characters and continue on, right?
I just drew art.
Speaking of art, we will meet Jason's new character later this evening, but Lauren did the awesome art for Ostoy, which I'm super excited to meet.
Very nice.
Maybe
Why do
if
we
the
do a
rest of us
round
survive long enough, we'll get art for everybody.
Why do we do a round of
Look,
introductions since it's been a little bit? Why don't we start with, Carly, you're our GM. Why don't you start us off?
Sure, I'm going to start off by saying when I pitched this, it was an 8 to 9 episode miniseries to stress test the system.
And
so
we
that's
did.
what we did. We stress test the system. Part of stress testing the system is making those fun death choices. So I had to get to the point where you guys had to make those choices. Otherwise, what were we doing? But now we just decided we wanted to play some more. So it's going to be a little bit more like how I run my home games, a little more on that narrative level. Not to say that things won't be dangerous and bad things can't happen, but it's just going to have a little more room to breathe. But, choices have consequences. So make your choices. On that note, I'm Carly. I make dice, I play games, I run games, I do things. Hi.
Hi. Who do you want to hand it off to?
Let's hand it off to the person I killed, Jason.
All right. Hi. I died from choices. I think somebody else's choices, maybe, but there were choices.
Choices were made.
Yep. Tonight I'll be playing Ostoy, the new fungal. It'll be a lot of fun. So I will call on. Let's go with Lauren, who made this awesome art for me.
Nice.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Lauren. I play our guardian, now multi-classed into Seraph, because as we learned last season, we desperately need someone that can heal.
What?
Her name is Triss. She's a wild-born giant, and I'm excited to play her again because she's fun.
Nice. Who would you like to hand it off to?
Ooh, I'll hand it off to Maggie.
Hello, I'm Maggie. I play Grace Halbert, the highborn human sorceress / bard now, because also like Lauren, we needed healing. So yeah.
You learn from your choices.
Right? I mean, we did have a healer to start off with. It just, he just couldn't keep up.
Was he really a healer, though?
Don't diss Jim like that.
Look, we love Jim. I feel like we can count the amount of times that he actually healed somebody on one hand.
No, he did it a lot.
Did he? Okay.
He did it once per day from his innate Seraph.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He made no choices that allowed for healing.
Totally fair.
Kind of like our other Seraph.
What? And
Speaking of our other Seraph, I'm going to pass it off to Ryan.
So I'm the other Seraph that's an asshole that doesn't heal.
right?
Yeah, I'm playing Nyx. He's a Wanderborn Seraph. I play games, and I'll pass it to Jeremy.
Yeah, I guess I should say, hi, I'm Jeremy. This is my channel. Thank you all for being here and playing this game with me again. I'm looking forward to it. Always enjoyed Friday evenings with you all, and so I'm excited to continue our adventures together. And thanks to everyone who's tuning in tonight live for this. I almost called it a finale again. I'm trying not to jinx us, I swear.
Come on, man.
Right? Premiere. You can find me on the social medias at WH Pubs. Also, if you want to, I really need to make a thing for this. I don't think I have yet. I'm going to type it in and just see if it works. If you haven't already, head over to whpublications.com and head to the calendar. You can subscribe, and all of the things that we do gets put automatically onto whatever calendar you have it added onto. So, like, Google Calendar and all that, so you don't necessarily have to be on social media if you don't want to be to see what we're doing. So that's a thing. Also, you can head over to YouTube, give us a follow over there, trying to hit 500 followers by the end of the year. We could do that. We're close. We like need like 160, something like that. You can do it. And with that, let's
Wait, did you multi-class into something that can heal?
no,
They just took an ability that could heal.
That's fair. That is fair. I guess I did that. I will try to not use that as much as possible.
Since others did as well, I multi-classed into something that could heal as well.
Oh. What? Look at all of us. Just like
It's called trauma.
Yeah.
I must have done something right if everybody made decisions to take some healing.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I will never
Team
finish off an
trauma.
enemy because we will be too busy healing.
Right. Could you
Well,
just stop
luckily,
shooting us with
healing, you
arrows?
can-
Because I'm trying to heal.
It's really hard to fail healing. I think there's only a couple that actually require you to do a spellcast roll to heal.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
Hey, that actually reminds me. We are playing Daggerheart. It is now up for pre-order. There's a link
Yeah.
now in chat,
Oh, yeah.
and if you're watching this on YouTube, there will be a link in the comments below or in the show notes. So head over and pre-order. It's gonna be awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
yeah, spring of 2025.
Woohoo.
If we're still playing, we'll
What do you
probably
add?
switch to the new rules.
Right?
Woohoo.
Nice.
If we're still
just-
there.
Actually, no, that's a lie. I have not figured out the newest rule set yet. So
Hey, that's fine. On a positive note, it won't be changing until spring of 2025.
oh my god.
Fair.
And if Jeremy has
Unlike
a way,
our
this
last
could be the last
season, where
session.
every couple weeks.
I know.
Right, yeah.
It was. They changed like my main guardian ability like every time they updated it too, so I had no clue what was going on ever.
Fair.
And
Fortunately,
armor change.
we have several episodes to go through before you will not know what's going on again. So that's good.
Yay!
Well, with that in mind, why don't we hand it off to Carly to tell us where the heck we are as I go tell my dog to stop singing.
Yeah. So we left off with our traumatized group of Inatra having just lost their good friend Court and taking out, they think, the evil spectral creature that had made their home in the depths of the Wailing City. At least enough that they could continue on their original mission of trying to find the people that stole the Heartstone and maybe an item from the Wondermaker. Either way, we left off with them finally leaving the Wailing City. Its fog having dissipated somewhat, not completely. It is still covered in fog, but there's more visibility than there used to be. But I don't think that's really what's on their mind at the moment. So our group made their way out of the Wailing City, following the trail that they had spotted of the leader of the bandit group that you guys essentially slaughtered repeatedly. Many people died. So many people died. And it meant nothing to you guys, which was great. You guys managed to find a trail leading out of the city and up into the Broken Spine Mountains. Once you guys left the city, you had a general direction of where the trail was headed, but you guys did spend some time recovering. So it has been about a week since the events within the Wailing City occurred. You guys have not started the trek up the mountains. You are currently at the base of the mountains, having move slowly following the trail and taking your time to rest and recover. So all of your armor is spick and span. You guys are at full health. You're not feeling stressed out. And it's time for you guys to decide what you want to do, as you've been kind of vaguely following this trail of what you believe to be about 3 people. And you know that it's headed up into the Broken Spine Mountains. And so right now it comes down to the 4 of you on whether you want to continue to follow them or go back to Shield Harbor and relay the information that you found, or what exactly you as a group want to do and accomplish.
I guess I would like to ask if we know. I'm just bring the map up for everyone who can see. We were in the Wailing City, and the Broken Spine is essentially the mountain range that runs the length of the continent. So when you say up into the Broken Spine, do we know?
Yes, you guys moved like kind of northeast out of the Wailing City. So you guys are at the base of the mountains about here.
Okay.
And the trail you saw moved up like into the mountains. You're not sure exactly, but kind of just moved up into the mountains from what little you still have available of it to. But in the northern direction, they are heading north up the Broken Spine Mountains, or maybe across the Broken Spine Mountains. You don't know exactly.
I feel like I am just laying on Kavoon's back, chewing on probably a piece of leather or something, just kind of like staring at the sky now that I can see it again, and kind of waiting for everyone to decide where we're going.
Are we just like standing at a crossroads?
No, you guys have been currently like kind of following the trail, but now it's come to the point where either you're going to turn back or you're going to head up into the mountains. Because once you head up into the mountains, like that's your choice. The direction of the trail is not necessarily moving in the direction of any well-known populated areas, at least for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So Maggie wants to chase after the guys, but I know that Grace would not want to. She'd want to go back and get the money and all that.
I think Triss definitely is leaning towards wanting to follow the guys, but knows that other people might want to be amongst civilization for at least a second first. But if it comes down to a vote, she's voting to follow.
It might have to come down to a vote.
I mean, I'm fine with, just skipping civilization for as long as we need to. So, yeah, we can. Don't we want to go like kick these guys' butts anyway for what happened to Jim? Or did we already take care of those guys? So these completely different guys. And who let you again? I know your name is Nyx. And you're here for a reason. You just keep like following us. Why?
I don't know that I'm following you. I just happen to be following the same footprints. I'm going to continue onwards.
He's been with us for a week. You still don't know his name?
I'm pretty sure it's Nyx, but I have noticed every so often I'll glance up and he's like right there. like he's following us.
He's
Yes.
going
Yeah,
after
I'm-
the same men that we are. It only makes sense that he would join up at least for a little bit.
But you didn't know
You're-
Jim.
You're right. I never met Jim. Oh well.
Dude, Jim was a nice guy. Maybe you could, like, help us. Like, maybe he'd give you a reason to be following us. And that is, we are on a mission to get vengeance for Jim, right? And so,
He has his own mission. It just happens to be the same people.
Vengeance. Let's do the vengeance for Jim thing.
yeah, vengeance for Jim.
Screw those
That's your new
guys.
grip name.
Many reasons that we want to keep track of this group. 1, to avenge Jim. 2, for the items they likely have, or at least know where they are. And I'm afraid that if we go back to town, as nice as the money would be, that we will lose them. And for me personally, and the item that I seek, this is the most I've known about its potential location since it was stolen. And I would like to not lose that.
We did like, kind of scrounge up some money from, the pockets of people that were left behind that didn't need the money anymore. We're not gonna call it grave robbing. They were actually buried. They were in graves, so let's not call it grave robbing. So, I got...
Are you talking about the bandits that we killed back in the Whaling City, or are you
Yes.
robbing graves? Okay.
Yes.
Need
No,
to
I was on
clarify.
any graves. I'm not saying don't judge if one day I do see what it feels like to rob a grave. But let's just say that for now we have enough money. There are also cities along the way, kind of depending on where we're going. But there's also places that we don't really want to go, and if they're heading in that direction,
Okay, yeah, that's a great idea. Okay, yeah. We'll just say that we don't need more money. We have enough money.
right?
That's a great idea.
What if they're kind of heading that way, and there's some places up there that we don't really want them to go into if we're going to follow. Really, we don't want to go into them. By we, I mean I can't read your mind, but you don't really want to visit the Belching Heinous during this time of the year, for example. You want to kind of stay away from the Stinking Barrens and the Startlands. You do not want to walk through the Dirtwater. They might be heading that direction, but let's just try and get them before they get there. Huh?
I turn to Triss and I say, and I just look up at her and I'm like, okay, so when we get to these people, do you want us to kill them or do you want us to keep at least one alive?
It will depend on whether or not what they have is the actual item or the knowledge, as much as I hate to advocate for the death of anyone.
Well,
Them
knowing this
taking
group,
this item is actively killing my homeland, so.
Mm.
If it's them or my people, I choose my people.
I choose your people too.
Choose vengeance. And then he's gonna start walking off in the direction.
Okay, well, with our group having decided to move up into the mountains of the Broken Spine, following the trail left behind by the 3 people they didn't kill,
Hey, we
we're
tried.
we're gonna do a little rewind and head over to Jason. So Jason,
Mhm.
a week ago, where was the story? What was the story doing?
Stoy had his flock out on the mountains, keeping an eye on them, bringing them back to the caves each day to keep them protected, and then leading the goats and sheep back out during the day.
Yeah.
Doing some trading with some people comes through every now and then.
Yeah, so as you were out on the mountain with your flock, something happened. What did that feel like?
It was strange because he doesn't normally. There's not normally a hive near him, so feeling a hive reach out its mind, especially since his people doesn't use the hive mind so much. It was new and strange to him, and so it felt uncomfortable.
Yeah, so this presence reached out to you, and not knowing what it was, other than presumably a fungal, since it was using your network, you instinctively let a part of it in before shutting the connection. And that part of you, it took a little bit to take hold. During that rest of the day, you still had that weird feeling, but you didn't really know what it was until you settled down to sleep that night. Want to describe some of the things that you saw in your dreams that night?
Yeah, he probably saw flashes of people. He didn't know their name instinctively, but somehow it kind of came to him, and that whoever he was getting these flashes from, they were friends to him, which was strange in his mind that he hasn't met any fungal outside the mountain clan that are independent of the hives, and so it was interesting to him. And he's like, he was seeing flashes of combat and working together with these people, just general kind of days in the life here and there.
Yeah. And so you saw these images in your dreams, and when you woke up, there was a almost unnoticeable tug. Similar to when you have connected with the network, even though you don't often, but this small tug pulling you. But it was easy to ignore. It was just like an itch, like a tiny itch. So, probably went about your day as normal, and it was just annoying thing on the side. The next day, the next night, dreams came again. And when you woke up, it wasn't an itch anymore. It's insistent. It's tugging you in a direction. And give me an instinct roll.
All right. Five. But hope.
You can take that hope. But you're not sure what direction? The only thing that you're sure of is that, well, it's probably leading you to something good. You're not sure where or who or what, but you think it's good. Maybe? Once again, you probably just spend the day distracted, thinking about it, but not really anything else. It's just kind of an insistent thought in your brain that won't go away. The third night comes. The dreams come again. This time you definitely get names. Triss. Knots. Grace. A small flash of Nyx. When you wake up, I'm going to have you take a stress.
Okay.
As that tug, you need to be elsewhere. You need to find them. You need to protect them. Give me another instinct roll.
All right. See if I can roll more than 1 and 2 this time. Yay! 13. 15 with hope.
You realize that Fungal, probably somebody that was very close to these people that you've been seeing, died. And in his death, he sent himself across the network. And you received a piece of him. A piece of him that in his dying moments said, I need to protect these people. What do you do?
I'll go visit Astara. This will be hard to explain, but I need to go for a bit. One of the corrupted fungal or something. I'm not sure. It got into my mind, and I don't know what's happening, but it's trying to influence me. And I need to figure out what's happening, and I don't think I should be around our people while I do it. And he'll pull out one of his orbs. I want you to keep this, and I'll contact you and try to let you know what's going on after I figure it out. But someone else will have to maintain the herds while I'm gone.
We will find someone. Are you sure? This is what you wish to do.
Yes and no. I don't know that I'll be able to resist it. It's very strong, whatever this creature was, or whoever it was, what happened. It's my dreams are its memories, it seems, every night. And it's I think if I fight it, I'm not going to be able to rest, and it might eventually kill me. I'm quite tired, actually, from the last couple days of it.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Yes, that's fine. Are you sure, though?
I'm sure. She rests her hands on your shoulder, and you feel a warmth kind of bathe you from head to toe, as if it's scanning you. And it focuses on where you feel that tug in the middle of your chest. I see. And the warmth passes away. Yes, you have been touched by something strong, but not bad. Don't know what they want from you, but you can tell that they are insistent and they want your help. I will take this orb, and if you have questions, just ask.
Thank you.
Your flock will be taken care of.
Good. I'll say bye to them before I go.
Of course. Is there anything I can help you with before you leave?
No, I think I have an idea of where it came from. I don't know if I'll be able to find them easy, but from the heights, I should at least be able to see the travelers if they're heading in places that aren't wooded or whatever.
Of course. Well, it seems that he wants you on your way, so on your way you must go.
So we'll go by the other caves and go in and like scratch the heads of some of the goats. He'll go to his little favorite goat, which is like this little runt goat that's mostly black colored, like a little white spot on its head. He'll rub it and give it a couple treats and play with it a little bit before he goes. And then he'll head outside, kind of look and take in a deep breath, looking around the sky. And I'll spend a stress and turn into a giant eagle.
Yes. Easy enough. You can...
And I'll take the flight. But before I get fully going, I'm going to fly a little bit higher up on the mountain, find a good place to find a good landing spot, and just kind of look off in the distance and admire the beauty a little bit. And while I'm resting here, I'll go ahead and do Clarity of Nature to remove my 2 stress.
Yeah, go for it. You wanna describe where Astoy is from?
Yeah, so Astoy is from the mountains northeast of the Whaling City, near this pass at the bottom of the T of the Broken Spine Mountains on the map, but just up inside the mountains there. His people are more hardy than other fungal. They're a little bit bigger. They live longer. They don't actually use the fungal network. They think this is actually why the fungal die so early, is the psychic connection. Life is drained from them into their leaders, is what they believe. Whether it's true or not, who knows? But Astoy in his normal form is about 4.5 foot tall, wears kind of rugged leathers, has a short bow on his back and a quiver, has like a hunting skinning knife on his belt. He's got grayish skin, and then the cap is kind of grayish with a reddish top. He has a curved bighorn sheep horn on his side that he uses to call out. He's got like a fibrous beard. It's not like hair, it's actually like fibers that comes down to his belly. There's this long set of fibers. Gruff looking guy, but overall, decently fit. Not like hugely muscled or anything, but he's definitely a little bit bigger than normal fungal.
Yeah. So as you fly up to the skies, Go ahead and give me an instinct roll to see if you
Okay.
can spot anything.
Well, also in giant eagle form, I believe I have advantage on locate, if that would help. I have advantage on deceive, locate, and scare.
Second. Yeah, you can take advantage.
Okay. Wow. That would be a crit. 15. That'd be 17.
Yeah, so you can clear a stress and take a hope from your crit. As you fly high up into the sky and you start seeing the mountains of the broken spine fall below you, and you look out in the direction that you feel the tug pulling you. You don't see any specific people, as you're very high up and they would be very tiny. But in combination with that tug, you believe you know where they are, and they're almost directly west of you on the other side of the pass. You can begin to head that way.
Yeah. I'll try to find some nice, good winds to give me an easy glide.
Yeah. What travel would be very arduous and difficult on foot becomes relatively easy in your winged form. You travel for the rest of the day, and you believe it won't take you very long. The tug and that deep yearning to move, as soon as you started on your travel, began to lessen. It's still there, but it seems to be happy that you are making what it deems to be progress. So you can travel for the day without difficulty. You do not come upon them in the first day, so you can settle down to rest and camp for the night, however you would wish to.
Yeah, I'll find a good hiding spot or some, away. Look for something semi-high, less predators up there other than the birds.
Yeah, you would have to swoop down to the lower areas of the mountains, as pretty much the entire majority of the broken spine has a very severe lack of trees. It is very craggy, maybe broken up by bits of tundra-like valleys between spires, but there's not much in terms of growth along the actual broken spine itself. But easy enough for you to follow down to find somewhere high for you to settle.
Yeah, I'll look for somewhere, decently protected, try to find a cave if possible that's not necessarily inhabited.
Yeah, sure. Give me another instinct roll.
Okay. And since this is survival in the mountains, I think I've got advantage on that from being a mountain fungal.
Yep. Yeah, from being Ridgeborn.
It is with hope. 15, 20.
Alrighty, take your hope, and you're as you start kind of peeling down towards the lower edges of the mountain. Before you get there, you find a kind of almost cubby cave that's just been carved out of a section of the rocks. And as you settle in, it's not super deep, and there doesn't seem to be any signs of recent habitation. So it's carved into, so you're offset from the winds, but it doesn't go like cave tunnels into the mountains.
Yeah, I will try to bed down here for the night.
Easy enough. You can, clear your stress, take your downtime actions, whatever. You'll repeat this over the next 2 days. Now, you feel like you're getting close, as if you're on a converging path between the feeling in your chest and your knowledge of the area. Today is likely the day, if any day, that you might find these people.
Yeah, every day I'll mark a stress and take giant eagle form and keep doing that.
So this is the 4th day since you've left. You're up in the skies as a giant eagle. Give me another instinct roll.
Okay.
And I will say the same for the rest of you, as you guys are attempting to head up into the mountains.
Very quickly. I have arcane sense, so I might be able to sense him approaching.
Well, arcane sense is within a certain range, correct?
No, when he gets close enough, I might be able to. I just wanted to.
I know, but what's the range on your arcane sense?
It doesn't say. It just says you can sense the presence of magical people and objects when you're close to them.
Close is the range.
Okay.
Close is like 30 feet. So
this is an instinct roll?
Yes.
I think I'm going to avoid rolling whenever Carly says we'll roll something tonight. I got a 7 with fear.
Oh, Theo! Psycho.
I critted.
Oh! I also critted!
Nice!
Wow.
So you guys can take a hope and clear stress. Not that you guys have any stress, but you guys can take those hopes.
Let's
And what
go.
How did Nyx do?
X got 14.
With hope or fear?
With hope.
Take that hope. And how did Stoy do?
16 with hope.
Okay, you can take that hope as well. Stoy, you're coming over the top of these mountains, heading down in the vague direction of the Wailing City. When you see, well, really you see Triss. See
fair.
A giant figure wearing armor with big antlers, and a couple other figures standing around her. You are very high up in the air currently. Triss and Grace, as you guys start heading up into the mountain, having made the decision to follow the trail of the people you're following, you do see something flying very high above you guys. A bird of some kind. It doesn't seem out of place, but it did just kind of crest over some mountains and seems to be flying over it.
Sort of like stare at it, like watch it for a second.
Can I vibe check it?
Not currently.
Vibe check the bird.
We have to actually see what is the Stoy doing now that he is spotted.
So did I recognize Triss from the height? Or do I just see a giant and 3 people? Okay.
You recognize Triss from the fact that it is a giant in armor with antlers.
Okay.
That's very distinctive from what you saw in the memories. You didn't recognize the others, but you pretty
Easy
sure that
guess.
this is who you're.
Okay. A story knowing what form he's in, knowing it could probably be set people off or make them a little bit fearful if he flies right to them. We'll fly ahead on the path a little bit and, slowly descend, a couple 100 yards from them.
Yeah.
Land
So
there on the ground and then turn back with his hands kind of in a neutral position.
yes. So having spotted the giant eagle, the two of you track it easily enough as it's heading down, basically as if to cross paths with you before it shifts into a fungrel, a much larger fungrel than what you're used to. Knots and nicks. A bird just flew onto the path and changed into a bigger version of Court. A bigger, older version of Court. It's weird. It looks like he has a beard.
So I've been riding Kaboon and I'm chewing on this piece of leather again, and I'm all like,
Yeah, so my mom told me that, like, if, like, my teeth start doing this, I might be getting, like, this extra set of teeth. I would call them, like, their second adult teeth. And, it's just kind of, it's like, it's really soothing for me to do. What the hell is that? That is a really big bird. Oh my god, it's a mushroom person now. Oh my gosh.
I think Triss sort of like, it's not like brandishing the halberd, but sort of has it in a position that she can very quickly, if needed. And kind of like, as the story changes, or however you pronounce it, it's like, hello?
Okay, well.
Are you friendly?
Hello.
Or are you foe?
I'd like to be friends.
A promising answer.
If not, we can always have him for dinner.
We've
slowly.
talked about this. We do not eat sentient beings, even if they look like mushrooms.
Right.
Story will start walking forward a little bit, still keeping his hands visible, so he doesn't look like a threat.
Are you from around here?
I am. I'm from the mountains. He'll point up there. But I know this is going to sound weird, but I think one of your friends, I don't know his name, I'm guessing he died, and somehow his essence was spread through, into our network, our hive.
You might have to be a little more specific, because we have friends that just kind of die left and right. Recently.
I think he means Cortinarius.
It'd be a fungal, yes.
Oh,
I don't know his name, though he shared your names with me.
well, kind of private information.
Is that normal for fungal?
Not for mine, no. The ones that are tightly connected with a hive, yes, they share knowledge, from my understanding. They share everything. But my people aren't normally connected to these. We're more independent, you might say. We can't rely on others making decisions in the mountains for us. We would die, to be honest. You have to be able to, when you're traveling difficult terrain, you just can't wait for an answer. from someone if you get attacked.
That's fair.
But I don't know what happened, or how I got his knowledges or his memories. But he was urging me to find you.
I have the beginnings of a theory on why, but if you are here to help, then we will take that help.
I don't know what I'm here to help for. He urged me to protect you, to be honest. I guess he cared deeply for you people.
Well, he sacrificed himself for us, so.
And while he's talking, he's going to reach into his backpack and get like a little piece of jerky and hold it out for Kavoon.
Kavoon sniffs it, and without even like asking or even looking at Knots, just takes it.
Grace is, as soon as he starts talking about Court, it's kind of like holding her pack carefully because she has the babies in there.
Oh,
Did we
sorry.
establish if they're like babies or are they just like little spores?
They're spores, but
Okay.
Same thing.
You just kind of go.
Oh my god. I'm just imagining like little like mushroom versions of the soot sprites from Spirited Away.
Yeah, so you would, people that had spent any amount of time with Court would know that like he makes spores, and 90% of the spores only ever kind of just stay like little venom's before like dissipating eventually. But some of them, for whatever reason, you're not sure, you never found out, do end up evolving into fungrals.
And sorry, since I know your names, I'm a Stoy, Spore of Thora.
My name is Sylvestra Salashan. I'm the Heart Guardian of Clan Genesis.
I thought your name was Triss.
That's
we've been over this.
okay. Yes,
Sorry,
my name is
I'm
also
Knots.
Nix.
He'll nod.
All right,
I'm
and
Grace.
this is Kavoon, sorry.
He'll reach over and try to peck Kavoon a little.
Oh my god.
It's nice to meet you all. Would you mind telling me what you're doing?
We are hunting the men that killed our friend and stole some rather important artifacts that we need to get back.
Where are they headed?
That is a good question. We simply know that they are headed. They came through this way.
You're tracking them then.
Yes. You haven't by chance seen anything odd, given that you have the ability to fly around this space.
To be honest, I've been kind of distracted the last few days with your friend's memories. It was pulling me pretty much directly this direction. So if they're ahead or north of here, I didn't see it.
You say you have his memories. Like, what are you talking about? Like, how much of his memories do you have?
I don't know how much of it I have. I have bits and pieces.
Like, you don't remember that night when, like, Court woke up slightly basted in butter?
No, I don't think I've got his nightmares. No.
Okay, good. Good.
But I remember you guys fighting. I remember Kavoon protecting you quite a bit.
Kavun
I, re-
protects all of us, yeah.
I remember you guys laughing together, spending some time in towns. I remember him getting in trouble. I think quite often he stole things, from what I can tell.
Yeah. Yeah. He's pretty cool, I thought.
But as far as like, I don't know how old he was. I don't even know what he looked like or anything. It just flashes.
I feel like no one's going to bring up like what Court looks like. Knots will 100% climb off of Kavoon, pick up a stick, and draw Court in the dirt.
As soon as I notice what Knox is doing, I will do a minor illusion to
Oh,
try to.
Okay, but first, I need a finesse roll from Knots for his drawing.
Oh, that's not terrible. It is with fear, but that is 19.
Yeah, you are like so proud. Your like little tongue is like sticking out as you are, and you're like really into it. So you absolutely don't notice that Grace pops up like a minor illusion of
Nice.
Cortinarius until you finish. You like dot the I's, dot the I's. Sorry, I abused myself. And turn up like with like a real proud look on your face just to see Grace with her minor illusion.
Is
feel
this
like
his
there's like
actual
a-
size?
I feel like there's a moment where I'm confused that Court is there again, because the minor illusion looks like an actual mushroom person, where it's like,
I mean, you're close enough to the illusion that you can tell that it's an illusion, because minor illusion in Daggerheart looks real until you get within a certain range of it.
It's,
Gotcha.
it's far range or further, it looks real. Also,
Yeah.
it's technically a spell cast roll, so I should technically roll for it.
I think it's in this case you don't have to roll for it because you're not trying to
Gotcha.
fool anybody.
wow, Carly's not trying to feed the fear machine. What's going on?
Because she has plenty of it.
Right.
Well,
Lauren,
I
we
don't
can hear you.
necessarily have plenty of it, but I'm of the opinion that like if it failed, it.
Oh yeah, it kind of looks like that too.
I kind of just dragged my foot across my drawing.
It was a really good drawing.
No, as soon as you start doing that, I'm like, no! Okay.
It's okay. It's gonna do the rain. Wind would have liked it. It's okay. Well, so you're essentially here to like carry on his life goal
I
of
mean,
being her friend or something. Because
to be
I'm
honest,
totally down with that.
I'd like to return to the mountains one day, but until whatever needs to be done is done, I think I need to help you. Otherwise, I'm not going to get any peace.
Well, you were in luck because we were actually going into the mountain to track these people that stole this thing and killed our friends.
Well, perhaps I can help track or help you fight these creatures.
They're men, not creatures.
Yeah, creatures at least have, like, smarts and stuff. That like the
I mean, they outsmarted you.
we're gonna have words, Grace.
She like rubs your head in a playful manner.
I shake my head like I don't want you to, but then I kind of lean in closer.
That was a very interesting piece of magic. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that before.
I can do a lot more than that, but it would mean I hurt people. Or someone has to get hurt and then I can heal them.
Well, I don't need the demonstration then, because I prefer not to be hurt.
Smart move.
And I think I know. Yeah, he'll point to Triss. I've seen you in battle as well. It seemed like Court was always on your back from the images I saw.
Yes. He had very small legs, and it helped to move him around the battlefield. But
And I saw you as well, Knots. Though it seemed mostly Kavoon protecting you or helping you.
We're a team. We totally protect each other. It's probably just the angle that Court could see. You know, because Kaboon is pretty big, but I was probably on the other side. You know, like heroic and stuff. And doing things probably at least equally as awesome as Kaboon.
Yeah, that's a wise combat tactic, using it as a distraction.
Right. Right. We do those a lot, don't we? Tactics.
And I'm sorry, sir, I didn't see much of you, to be honest.
Yeah, that's not surprising. I'm kind of newer to the group. He seems distracted.
Well, if you're tracking these people, maybe we should talk along the way so they don't get further ahead.
a good plan.
Lots of talk, like Jim used to say.
All right, I'm gonna need you guys to choose one person to lead the tracking as we do a group roll to try and track these.
I do believe that's Knott's job.
I do believe it's Knott's job as well.
I mean, I could track as well if you wish.
I mean,
You know, you're like music group and stuff, and I don't want to like put you out to do that kind of stuff already. So yeah, why don't you just you know, take a rest. You're probably tired. Move all that way. I got this.
let's see if I've got this.
So it will be a group roll. So don't tell me what it is yet. Hold that thought, because everybody else will be adding to the roll or subtracting. So I need the rest of the four of you, unless for some reason you can roll something else, to roll an instinct roll for me. I know that for Jeremy, since it's a spellcast roll, if you're using Gifted Tracker, you can do it with agility. But you're gonna wait until I get everybody else's results.
Stoy's going to carefully study Kavoon first,
Alrighty.
and I'm going to duplicate Kavoon's form.
You're gonna go into Kavoon's form?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Knots won't even say anything.
Caboons.
Just stands there, her mouth is open. You can see like her normal set of teeth, and there's like one or two other teeth that are coming in, and she's just like,
Oh boy.
And which beast form are you using for Kavoon, just so I can keep track?
It's the Great Cat. me find it real quick. It's for instinct.
No, I know. I'm just trying to find. Do you know what tier it's in?
Yeah, it's tier 2. Sorry, pouncing predator.
Okay. Thank you. Grace, what'd you get on your instinct roll?
18.
All right. Tris.
11.
Okay. And Nyx.
11.
And for Stoy.
26.
Oh, wait,
Great.
sorry, 14. We add them together. I forgot about that. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you can take a +2 to your roll on top of everything else.
Okay. Well, so I also rolled an 18. I do have to say that this new set of dice that I got from Carly rolling wonderfully. Too bad I'm using them as my fear dice, so that's with fear. +2 is 20 total.
Well, it is a group roll, so I don't do hope and fear on group rolls.
Oh, I remembered that.
It's okay, I didn't. And I was like, wait, did I need to say hope or fear?
Right.
Great. You said 20 total?
20 total.
Great. Yeah. Knots doesn't even notice that Astoy shifted into another Kavoon. So it'll be really interesting when they figure that out. Just kind of starts like by their nose. It's really weird because there's no scent left over. Like Kavoon is looking at you like you're a crazy person because there's no scent. The scent has gone away. But you're like bleeding by your nose as you start moving up into the mountains. There's a slow, like gradual climb as it turns, as the forest like begins to fall away, and you're like following kind of just scuff marks and things and like little broken branches and stuff. And you follow the path as it winds up further into the Broken Spine mountains. You've been traveling for probably about a good hour before 2 Kavoons come up next to you on either side of you.
And it'll be at this point that I just stare dumbfoundedly. I don't even say anything. I'm just like agape. It might be the best birthday present ever, and it's not even my birthday, but I'm not sure. I'm beside myself. Or rather, Kavoon is beside himself.
Yeah, Knots has fully just stopped leading you on the path and is just staring at the two Kavoons.
I'll try to copy anything Kavoon does. Like Kavoon says, I'll say.
Oh my god.
Yeah, give me a presence roll.
Oh yeah, I suck at those.
You can have advantage since you are currently in a copied
Okay.
Kavoon form.
18 with the penalty. Yep. That is with fear though.
Okay. Yeah. It's eerie. It actually kind of freaks you out a little bit, Knots, because every time like Kavoon cocks their head, like the other head moves. Like if you've ever played the mirror game, where it's like it's at the same time, even though it's not at the same time, and so it's just really creepy, and
Nice.
you're not sure what's happening.
Grace, I'm not sure. I'm looking at. I think Kavoon just did what Knots did or what Cord did, and it's like spored another Kavoon or something. I didn't know cats did that.
Nyx isn't going to say anything.
Neither's Grace, but she silently laughed behind them.
What if I need a saddle? It goes between two of them? I could just, like, stand on it and, like, ride into battle that way? This is doing amazing.
It's when you realize that only one of them is wearing a saddle.
You project.
And I will pick up a stick and start drawing 2 Kavoons with like this connected saddle in the middle, kind of, with me standing triumphantly on the top.
Chris will lean over and goes, Knots, have you ever heard of a chariot?
Like, we used to grow cherries on the farm, but I don't know what that is. They, like, removed the pits from them or something?
Not even close.
Oh, because that would be great, because cherry pits hurt when you bite into them.
It's if you're looking for something to ride into battle that includes 2 animals, a chariot is a good way to do so. Though it's really only useful for more open spaces, but at your size, you could probably make it useful in other places.
I will hand you my stick and gesture at the ground.
Maybe this apparently is a good time to rest, since we're going to be doing some drawings.
We can continue on. I don't know if the rest of you would require a rest, but...
Good. Well, I don't know if our new friend here... Ostoy, you said?
Kavoon nods.
The other Kavoon nods at the same time.
Wait, Krillin, did you eat Ostoy? What did it taste like?
Kavoon will lick his lips.
I thought you said we were
The
supposed
other
to be
Kavoon licks
friends.
their lips also.
Oh boy.
Kavoon has fully joined in with the mess with nuts.
How about
Okay.
this? Let's continue on for right now, and Knots, I will show you what a chariot is when we stop for the night. We don't want to lose this trail.
True. Excellent. I do know where to get a lot of cherries if we need the pits for them, though.
And as I continue on, I am going to keep an eye out for little bits of the stoy that maybe Kavoon left behind, so that I can eat those and see what they taste like.
Oh my god.
Oh, sure. Yeah, give me an instinct roll.
Can I minor illusion along the way?
That is an 11. Oh no, instinct. That is a 4. No, I can add. That is a 13 with hope.
Take the help. Do you want to do does Grace want to do a minor illusion?
When we're like far enough away for it to look believable, I will.
Okay, yeah, give me a spellcast roll.
Oh god. Nope, that's a... Wait. That's a 10! With fear.
Yeah, you...
Wait. Sorry,
Is it
12.
a 10?
12.
Okay, 12 with fear. Great. Yeah, you start heading along, and... Wait. Is that... How did a scrap of them get so far away? It's like over on, like across some scraggly rocks. Like there's pieces of what look like mushroom.
I will absolutely head that direction.
Yeah.
Nuts.
I'll be like, oh,
You start.
I think they.
This way.
Are you trying to convince them that the path is going that way?
I don't know if convince is the right word. I say it and then begin like climbing through the brush and rocks and stuff to go that direction.
Okay. Yeah, Knots just says, I think they went this way, and starts scrabbling over like a scraggly bit of rock. It is not kind of this more gradual, like actual, like kind of path natural path. It is full like loose rocks and boulders, and Knots, I need you to make me an agility reaction roll.
Goodbye, Knots.
That's a 10.
Yeah, you start scrabbling almost on all reaction rolls.
Oh, that's
don't
right.
have hope or fear. You start scrabbling like almost on all fours, like across these boulders and stuff. You step onto one that's a little bit like smaller, and it falls away, and you start to fall away. And as you fall away, you just kind of tumble onto the ground, and a couple smaller pieces of rock just kind of thunk, 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 like peg you as you fall onto the ground off of these rocks. And you take 15 points of physical damage.
Sounds
Knox,
about right
you all
there.
right? What just happened?
Yeah, you just saw like Knox was climbing and then just kind of disappeared and heard a.
Before answering back, I do look around to see if any of the mushroom pieces landed next to me.
No, it's
There's
still
a couple.
up above you.
There's a couple of pieces of rock that like look maybe, and so I'll just like lick them and then realize they're just rock and put them back down. Yeah,
I'm fine. I don't think they went this way. Sorry, let's no, yeah, they're not under here. That's for sure.
and I'll get up and dust myself off and head back to the trail, kind of confused looking. Like, what?
Yeah, I'm gonna need an agility or strength check to get yourself back up onto the path because you're not on it or near it currently.
So that is, hang on, mathing, 1922 with fear.
Yeah, you start scrambling up the rocks, and at one point, you hold onto a rock and you feel it jerk, and you have this sense of overwhelming kind of fear that you're just gonna fall and make a fool of yourself again.
Right.
But it locks into place and you climb yourself back up, but you do take a stress from just the knowledge that you already kind of felt and almost did the same thing in the same spot again.
When I get back up, I just like dust myself off, look at everyone, and then turn and start heading back down the trail.
Well, Kavoon will walk up to you and seeing the wounds on your head. Kavoon will start licking it. I'll spend 3 hope to do regeneration.
No.
The other Kavoon is also licking you.
Oh.
Kind of reluctantly.
You'll heal 1.
On the one hand, I'll heal. On the other hand, I'm just like, oh, raspy.
No, how it hurts. Raspy. It's so rough. Your tongue is like a dagger.
Oh, good. Knott's got bath time.
Yeah, sorry about that, this toy.
All good.
Get that taste out of your mouth.
You won't. Not until you change form and have different tongue.
Right. All your rolls are at disadvantage until
You'll heal
get
1, by the way.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, not to eventually start leading the group again. It's a slow climb that's starting to get steeper and steeper. Eventually, you guys are getting close enough to where like larger mountains start becoming more to the forefront, and the sun like is cresting behind you, falling away as night begins to come upon you. And you guys find yourself at the base of this mountainous pass. You guys had this incline that got steeper and steeper, and eventually you can see that the direction that you're heading becomes an actual path that's been carved into the mountainside that is just switchbacks. You can only see the first few due to the degrading light. But you guys get the sense that it goes up and up.
I've heard that the best time to climb switchback stairs is at night, so we should probably keep... No. This seems like a bad idea.
Perhaps it would be best to start our climb in the morning. Mostly
Caboose
because
nods.
Out of curiosity,
I've had poor luck with rocks, even in daylight.
have I been able to tell how old these tracks are? Like how far ahead they are?
Give me... You can give me another gifted tracker spellcast roll.
Let's try.
Remember, your spellcast roll, if you spend help for your gifted tracker ability, then you can get advantage on it.
Yeah, I've got some hope. It's one hope, right?
Yep.
And they're D6s now, right?
Correct.
Well, that was still terrible. Not great. That is 11, 14. With fear.
I think you have given me like all of the fear that I have for me.
And like I've rolled with hope, and all of those times have been, except for one time, have been on when you don't get the hope. Anyway,
have you considered changing your dice?
Right, I will.
Just swapping
actually,
which one's hope and which one's fear.
Can I use an experience to up that by 3 for tracker?
You'd have to spend another hope.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll let you do it this time, but you generally have to spend the hope before the roll.
Totally.
But we're getting back into the flow of things, so
I'm like experiences are things.
I will allow a little leeway on that front as we get back into the role that is Daggerheart.
So it ended up being 17?
17?
Yeah.
You believe, especially given the slow going for that first week that you guys were traveling, that the little bits of track that you are still following are somewhere between 3 and 4 days old. Luckily, it's been pretty clear weather, so they haven't been washed away. But you also know that you guys are starting to head up into the mountains, so unless there is snowfall, which it is likely as the snow cover for the higher reaches of the Broken Spine Mountains never truly fades. There's almost always snow up there. But in that middle area where there's no snow and no trees, it's going to be very hard to follow. But 3 to 4 days is about how old the tracks are.
I'm a little worried that they're so far ahead of us. What is... but you're right, I don't want us to fall down the mountain. Can we build one of those cherry pits and have the cats, pull us over the stuff? Could we do that now? And then... Are we gonna catch up with these people?
I was muted. We don't have the materials, and as I was starting to explain, chariots are not... They're best for open combat. They're not exactly built for rugged terrain. I think our best bet is just going to be using our own 2 feet, or 4 feet. She just turns to look at the 2 caboons and is like, yeah, okay, whatever.
with you, I think it's best that we stop here. We gotta figure out what's up with them.
As much as I would like to continue, doing this in the dark does not seem smart.
We can light fires to light our way. I mean, torches. Torches is the word I was going for. That? No, it's real. Real. Light wildfires, because that's bad. Wildfires are bad. But you know what I mean. We could try doing that.
Looking at the like switchbacks and all of that, does it look like if we attempted to like at least start up, whether we would find a place to camp, or is it like we would be exposed the whole way up?
From what it looks like, the section that you can see, it is pretty exposed. There doesn't seem to be any like caves or cover, at least in the part that you can see. And the part that you can see is getting smaller and smaller as the light continues to fade as the sun sets behind you.
No. They will also have to rest at night, so hopefully we don't get too far behind them if we also rest, but I think climbing these at night, even with torches, would be ill-advised. There doesn't seem to be much shelter up there, and mountain weather can be unpredictable at best.
While we're talking here, Kaboon's going to like rub up against knots for a couple minutes. And while we're doing that, I'll clear 1 stress from him and 2 from me.
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you.
So we'll go back to normal form at this point.
Just because it has been a while, none of the magic users have a light spell, do they? I have fireflies, but that's really not the same thing.
Can I, with minor illusion, make a fire?
It's an illusion, so it does not like
Cast
provide
light.
light.
heat.
Yeah. Well, no, it doesn't. It doesn't provide light. It's
Okay.
it's an illusion, so that's like a separate function. Essentially, what you would need is like if you were a wizard, they essentially have like prestidigitation, which they could use to make light, and then the druid, so a stoy could put like a small little bit of flame in his hand as well from their wild touch ability.
Yeah, I don't think we should travel at night. Are you sure that they're going all the way up the mountain here?
I don't think we have any idea where they're going.
I mean, as far as like the tracks right now, it's leading up this mountain, up these switchbacks.
They definitely go this way. But I'm also worried about losing them, because it's time is passing, especially, if that weather moves through and it gets all snowy and we're gonna be covered and we're gonna totally lose them. What if we go the wrong way?
I mean, that's quite a possibility. It does snow here quite often and gets cold. But if that happens, we have other ways we can try to follow them. I could try to fly ahead and watch for other passings of them in the snow. It would make it a little bit easier to track them. If it does snow, we would just lose the tracks we have. We would just have to re-find them.
Yeah, yes.
But many of people have died trying to traverse these mountains at night. I would say you should
Really?
rest.
Like how many?
Well, I'm sure hundreds, if not more.
But if their bodies are still up there, we should find them along the way.
No, their bodies are down there,
Where?
down the mountain. They fall off it, or carried off it by the eagles.
You do a lot of things.
Oh, you've never seen an eagle carry a goat off before.
I haven't. I'd like to, though.
Yeah, they drop it off the side of the mountain to kill it so they can eat it.
That is such a good idea.
As I am busy marveling over the wonder that is nature, I will help start to set up camp.
Yeah, easy enough for the group of you to set up camp. As you guys set up camp and bed down for the night, we will come back with your downtime choices and things like that after we take a quick break.
Ooh.
Awesome.
We'll be back like 5:10, somewhere
Great.
in there.
We'll see you then. Bye.
And we are back just in time for our group to settle down. for
We'll
rest.
finish it. Oh, what?
Yeah.
So I would like our group to tell me which of the downtime activities they will be taking on this long rest and how they are accomplishing them.
Where is... Work on a project. I am starting to build a chariot. Granted, I had no idea what a chariot looks like.
I did promise that I would show not what a chariot
Okay.
looked like when we stopped to rest. So at the very least, Tris
Okay.
gives her a little
So
drawing.
you are spending this downtime being taught by Triss what exactly a chariot is.
Yes.
On future downtime projects, you could start to try and figure out how to make one. Right now, you're just
Perfect.
learning what one is.
Perfect.
Oh my god.
I really like the idea of you thinking that it's much smaller than it actually is because you think
Right.
it's made of a cherry pit. And
Right.
so, like,
Yeah, I feel like this conversation goes on for a while, and there's a lot of like, what did Knots just say? Oh my god. But I also want to do prepare, and if there's anyone else that wants to prepare with me,
Is anybody else that is taking the prepare action? If
Yes.
you do it with someone else, you get 2 hope instead of
Yeah.
1.
Cool.
Well, question.
Yes.
How low on health are you?
me or
Yeah.
I think
I
it's been healed.
think I'm good. Yeah.
Okay.
The Kavoon wannabe help work that out.
Cool.
Great. So before we get into the group prepare action, why don't other people tell me what they're doing as well?
So
I
as
think
to ways
I
to...
might-
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
Okay.
I think I'm going to do both my actions towards working on a project in attaching the parrying dagger to the end of my halberd.
Yes. Easily enough, you manage to figure out a way to solidly like attach it to the end of it with a bunch of like leather straps and tying to make it solidly attached there. You know that if you get into a city or somewhere that has a blacksmith, that you'll probably want to get a little work done to actually meld the metals together to make it even more solid. But as you start piecing it together, you realize to get the true functionality of the parrying dagger and its defensive capabilities to the halberd, you're gonna need to work a little magic. Magic that is new to you.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna need you to give me a spellcast roll. as you
Okay.
attempt to infuse the magic that's part of the dagger into the rest of the halberd.
Okay. So that would be because my
Strength, I believe, for you.
strength. So I add 3 to whatever I roll. Yes.
Yes. You can also use experience or whatever if you wish to. It's-
Ooh. Say, yeah, I'll add because I feel like for experience the capture of the heart blades. If I use that, like, the very least, she's got a detailed knowledge of weapons, if not at least a little bit of knowledge on how they're made.
Yeah, so you can spend a hope to get that experience bonus as well.
Cool. So, I rolled really well. However, that would be a total of 24 with fear.
All right. So you start pulling.
Sorry, 25 with fear.
You start pulling at the magic of the blade of the dagger and start pulling it up the length of the shaft of the halberd, and you can feel it reaching and infusing into every piece of metal, every piece of wood within the halberd. But you also understand in this moment, as you're pulling the magic across the weapon to create a new weapon, that with just this one sitting, the magic won't stay.
Okay.
You're going to need to do a couple more for the magic to truly bond with your weapon.
Do I have any idea of, like, how many more times for logistical reasons of being able to, like, cut?
At least,
check
you think at least 2, but you also understand it'll depend on how well you
Okay.
pull the magic during your other sessions
Okay.
on working it.
It does bring up a question. Do I for the chariot clock? What 17, 18 sessions?
Oh, you have no idea yet. You just learned what a chariot is.
Okay. How would you like me to track it? Just mark one by one, and you'll let me know when I get there.
I will let you know maybe
Okay.
after your next downtime rest.
Okay, perfect.
You don't know yet. You learned what a chariot is.
It's
Amazing.
completely not what I thought it was.
All right. So yes, you spend both of your actions working on your halberd. What about our other 3 people? I know you guys are all preparing, but what other actions are you taking?
Go ahead, Maggie.
I think it would be hilarious if while Knots is learning what a chariot is, Grace starts preparing the schematics for it in secret.
Oh my god.
Sure. Give me a knowledge roll.
Cool.
And you can add an experience if you think one is applicable.
I have nothing that's applicable.
Right?
Maybe New Year's Day, but that's kind of a stretch.
How do you think it would apply?
Because it's like a memory of, like, maybe I've seen them and I'm like, okay, I know they're bigger than she thinks they are.
I don't think it's going to apply in this.
Yeah, I figured. So. That is 12.
With
Hope.
so you can take that
Wait.
hope.
No, sorry, fear.
All right. Yeah, you start sketching some schematics. Unfortunately, you've never seen a chariot in person. So you're just kind of doing it based on your knowledge and how you think they might functionally work. At one point, you get a little distracted from the actual functionality of it and start just drawing it to look pretty. But you've started the schematics, and it's certainly further along than Knots would be. They just learned what a chariot is.
I think in the morning I would show Knots and be like, I started drawing a chariot for you.
Yeah, it's got a really good likeness of like Kavoon as like, you know, like the lion plate, but it's Kavoon's head like at the front of the chariot.
This is fantastic. You did this?
Yeah. Because you want to build a chariot, I figured we could work on it together.
I just like give you a like grab your leg because I can't really like grab all of you, but I grab your leg and give you a big hug.
I'd like awkwardly bend down and try to hug you back, and then like move you and then give you a proper hug.
No.
Great. Nix, what else do you want to do with your downtime?
Nix is gonna spend some time working on a personal project, and really what Nix is trying to do is so Nix has become this champion of this god, but he doesn't really believe in the god really, so he's really gonna spend time trying to like reconcile who he's like driven to be and who he is, and kind of the project is really just going to be figuring himself out some, like he's gonna work on himself because mental health is great, but
Meditation,
yeah so yeah, that's what he's going to be doing, and part of it is going to be like in reaction to him waking from a nightmare, so he's like startled awake and kind of like calming himself from that.
Yeah, absolutely. You can absolutely spend some time trying to connect with yourself and who you are not in the context of your service to Scott. Jason, what is Stoy doing?
Yeah, it's another personal project. He's just going to study his 5 new companions, see how they act, what he can learn from them, just generally who they are, how they, behave, maybe, get an idea of just, skill or whatever, and, just more taking accounting of his 5 new companions.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me an instinct roll.
Okay. Over here. Well, yeah. That'd be 7 with fear.
Well, the big one's strong and really into her weapon.
Yep.
The small one is an idiot? Question mark? The woman seems to be kind of the peacekeeper. She's the nice one. And the other one doesn't fit the same, as if maybe he's just a little bit of a loner. Not sure why or what the deal is, but that's about all you get.
Yeah. I'm assuming I take a hope for failing with fear on that one.
Oh, yeah. But the 4 of you that are preparing, please tell me how you're preparing for your Mountain Pass adventure tomorrow together.
Stoy will try to remember like different groups around this area where they've headed, or different paths around here, things that this other group might be taking, and share it.
I'm kind of doing something similar. I would look at, or I would try to remember places around here. If I've toured near here, or if I've been like in this vicinity and know of like places that like they might be heading to.
Nix is gonna spend time like pulling apart his pack, his nomad pack, and like organizing his tools and make sure that everything is like in good working order, especially climbing gear or anything that could be used in that capacity.
And Knots is actually doing similar things because she's from a lower area of the mountains, but they get some weird weather up there. And so knowing that they might run into various storms or whatever when she isn't learning how to make a chariot, she is getting ready to like getting different gear out that's like warm weather gear as opposed to the stuff that everyone, just making sure everyone is set to go in case we get rained on or snowed on or all of the things.
Yeah, absolutely. So as you guys spend some time working on your projects and preparing and discussing what you're going to try to accomplish tomorrow, it now comes down to settling in for the night and taking some actual rest.
I could take first watch if you guys want to rest. Obviously, you don't know me, but if you want to have someone else stay with me.
I'll hang out with you.
Oh.
No, that's fine. You can watch too. We can all watch the new guy together.
That's not resting, Knots.
You know what?
Yeah.
I will trust you to keep an eye on him tonight. But wake me up if anything gets weird.
I feel like it's Triss's trusting the new guy with Knots at this point.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like, look, if he can survive her for like solo for a couple of hours, he's good. We're good.
Yeah, easy enough. The rest of you can settle down to get some sleep as Stoway and Knots take first watch. Unless there's anything specific you guys wish to do or talk about, you guys can just give me some instinct rolls, please.
I do feel like as the rest of the group is falling asleep, except for Nix, because he wouldn't have been there when you all met Court to begin with, but there's a similar conversation going on as you're drifting off to sleep. Knots is asking Astoy what he eats and how that all works, and what he thinks about things like garlic and butter. And it's like some of it's just like a little weird and awkward. It's because you absolutely know that he's curious what he tastes like, but you said instinct, right?
Be familiar with butter, but he'll like go. Is it like goat cheese?
Oh, actually, I have just a little bit left, and I'll pull out some butter and let you taste it.
Right. It's okay.
Why dice? Why? You said instinct, right?
Yeah.
You did. What'd you guys get?
16.
With?
Oh, hope.
You can take a hope.
14. With fear.
With?
Oh boy.
Damn you.
Jeremy, if we get ambushed in the middle of the night, it is your fault.
Right?
Yeah, so you guys are having this wonderful, nice conversation about butter and food, and pretty sure Knots is salivating over the thought of eating a Stoy, especially since he's so much bigger than Court was.
Pretty meaty, yeah. Hearty mushroom.
It's at this point that Astoy, you hear a snap.
Okay. What direction?
Like a twig snapping. Probably from behind you, given that it was twigs or underbrush, given the fact that the direction that you guys will be heading in is mostly rocky terrain. But you're not sure the exact direction. And Knots is still chattering.
Okay. Stoy's like, well, it's kind of good she's still talking. That'll be a good distraction. He'll slowly try to look to see if there's anything behind. And be like, uh-huh. He keeps Knots.
Yeah. You can give me another instinct roll.
Okay. Do I get advantage on this for the mountainous survival?
No, not this.
Okay. That would be a 14 with fear. Sorry, 15.
You look around. Something's there.
Okay.
Something's watching you guys, but you're not sure where or what.
You take the mushrooms and like you slice them. I don't know if it's like weird to talk to you about this, but anyway, you take the mushrooms and you slice them. After you gotta wash them really well because there's like dirt and stuff, and sometimes people don't mind that flavor. But like you slice them like really thin, and then you just kind of like maybe salt them a little bit, throw them into the butter, put some garlic on there. What do you think so funny about?
All right, I need the two of you to each make an agility or instinct reaction roll. Please.
Okay.
All right, Smiley Day Dice. You got me on this.
Man, my dice go cold.
No.
It is a 17. With
Well,
fear.
reaction rolls don't have fear or hope.
Okay, good.
It's a reaction roll, so. And Jason?
Yeah, that'd be an 8.
Okay.
I was so hot early. Now I'm ice cold.
You had no idea this was coming, Knots, but you catch the shadow. The barest hint of a shadow, like almost as if your shadow was becoming larger. And you, as you like turn to look, you lean enough to the side that this stone mountain lion bypasses just by you before landing in between you and Stoy. Stoy, on the other hand, gets fully pounced by a second one of these, and you take 17 points of physical damage and are temporarily vulnerable.
Temporarily what?
Vulnerable.
Okay. You said these are made of stone?
Yeah, they essentially look like mountain lions, but if they were made of stone.
They're literally mountain
pounces
lions.
you to the ground. Yes. So, they're called stone wraiths, but yes, they're mountain lions.
Like, I love it.
Oh boy. Okay.
So
I will stand up and scream, "Bad!"
Hey!
to wake everyone up.
yeah.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, fully. The other three of you wake up to see these two mountain lion creatures, one of which is just in the middle of your group, and the other one that has pounced on your new friend, Stoy.
Fun.
We don't know why the Mission Possible song makes her howl.
So, yeah, you guys are free to act.
Well, I guess I'll go then, unless someone else to.
You're one of the ones awake. I feel like you guys move first.
Yeah, we're waking up.
All right.
Well, I mean, not screamed.
Yes, we are. I don't know about you, but I cannot go straight from sleep to I'm ready for battle. It'll take me like.
That's your every morning? What?
Oh no.
A story's going to fight stone with stone, so I'm going to spend a stress and turn into a stone scale hydra.
Nice.
Ooh.
So this
Is
will be
that action?
no, the stress is not the transformation's not.
An action.
No. Not that I see. Just says market stress to transform. Doesn't say anything about any actions on it.
Okay.
So this will be a hybrid form of Mighty Lizard and Armored Sentinel. So like he'll just start growing and growing and growing a couple extra heads, but like transform into this stony body.
Yes.
And then I'm going to spend a hope if I hit the creature. I got to hit first. So I'm going to make a melee attack on him. Let's see. Does this have advantage on attack? And this does have advantage on attack. 18. So 18 to hit.
Hits.
I'm going to spend a hope. The creature will become restrained and vulnerable itself. And we'll take 35 damage.
Okay.
Nice.
How
do you restrain this creature?
Oh, it's like one head grabs it and another head, and it's like pulling at it, at its legs. It's like tripping it. The creature's just kind of, like having to deal with all these heads biting into it at once.
Yeah. Was that with hope or with fear?
Oh, crap. Sorry. That was with hope.
We take that hope.
Yep.
So you just saw your friend Astoy turn into a stone hydra and start biting at the thing that tackled it.
Amazing.
I'm unsure about all of that. However, I do know that having mountain lions attack is not a good thing, and I am going to pull out my throwing dagger, my returning blade, and throw it at this thing, which I have advantage on now, right? Because he's vulnerable?
Yeah.
Sweet. Look at that. I got a hope. Nope. Yep.
Hey.
Yep, I did. Wow. That is 23 plus 2, so 25?
Yeah, hits. Are you're throwing at the same one that's being held, correct?
I am. I'm going to spend a hope and use, for the first time in this game, Ranger's Focus.
Uh-huh.
It is marked by me. There's not really a word for it.
Yeah, you're focused on it.
Yeah, I get things against it after this.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to roll some dice first to do some damage. Mm-mm, 7, 10, 11 magical damage.
Alrighty.
Does it seem to do anything with these things being stone? Okay, good to know.
It does not look happy. What
That's all
does
right.
your attack look like?
So I just pull out. So the throwing dagger is like that one that has two blades, one on either end, and I'm just gonna like underhand throw it at it. It sticks into the. There's like a joint in the rock that makes up its like shoulder, and it kind of jams in there, and then disappears and reappears in my hand. But it leaves like this kind of these little sprouting. Actually, no, I do the whole beetle thing a lot. These little beetles start to climb out of the area, and that'll be the mark that I leave on it.
Yeah, so as you strike into its like shoulder blade area with this double-sided dagger that you throw at it, it gives a giant roar of pain as I spend a fear to intersect myself into this.
Where'd you get all that fear from?
I don't know. It gives this giant roar of pain as I spend, like I said, and I spend another fear to activate an ability called Avalanche Roar.
Ooh.
So I need everybody, because you guys are all within close range of it, to give me an agility reaction.
15.
15? Let me know if you got a less than a 14.
I got 14 exactly.
That is also what I got.
And
I got 17.
Okay.
I
So
I got 12.
Poor Grace.
Oh no.
So Grace
guys.
is going to
I'm going on a trip.
take
Right.
24 points of physical damage as the rocks from the mountain above you just start crumbling down and crash down onto your campsite. The rest of you manage to like hop out of the way. Stoy, you end up having to release the stone creature to get out of the way of the crushing rocks. I'm spending a fear to get out of your condition, but you have to release to get away from the falling rocks as both of the stone wraiths, the mountain lions, seem to disappear.
Can I
the rock
use
below.
one of my prayer die to get her roll above a 14?
Sure.
Thanks.
You will need to do it earlier.
Well, yeah, I mean, I realize I'm on mute a lot of times because I don't want to. Yeah, my bad.
It's okay. I will let it through this time, but it does need to happen before. But you guys all managed to jump out of the way, but both of the stone wraiths disappear below the rock. Knots, you can feel the one that you marked moving
Gotcha.
underneath you guys.
So first I'm like, ha! Then I'm like, ah.
Quick question, Carly.
Yeah, you can feel it as if it feels as if it's running underneath you and like past you, but you're standing on top of rock.
They're traveling. They're doing the thing. They're burrowing out of the rock. Still in the air.
Question, Carly. When it started to burrow under, would my opportunity attack kicked in for that?
No, not in this case because of the combination of the reaction roll and me spending fear to get out of their ability. Not in this case.
Okay. Not a problem.
But it is back to you guys.
Okay.
Oh. Do I need to roll for
They're both-
Kavoon? Sorry.
They're both still up, correct?
Yes, please roll for Kavoon. Yes.
Kavoon got like 21.
then he's fine.
So do we have one hurt and one that hasn't been touched, or have both been?
One is hurt pretty
Okay.
badly. The other one has not been touched. Neither one is visible right now, and Knots
Oh.
is the only one with any kind of understanding that they seem to be moving through the stone.
Okay. I guess I will just ready my action to hit something when they pop up if I can't see anything. Actually,
Sure.
wait.
Why don't you give?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Can I heal Grace a little bit and then do that? I don't.
Grace
Right.
managed to get out of the way.
Okay,
Nyx
never mind.
helped pull her
Okay.
out of the way of the rocks.
Cool. Never mind. I will just hold until something pops up for me to hit.
And I am pointing in the direction of the one, if that helps you.
Yeah, Knots is currently going like this and starts pointing between their legs.
It's right here! It's right here!
Then move.
Right as Triss gives this confused look, the non-hurt one pops out from some stones. So anybody that's looking at Triss now just literally sees a stone mountain lion, stone wraith, just kind of meld out of the rocky terrain from behind her and pounce at her. So
Does that trigger me getting? Because I said I was holding, waiting for one of them to show up.
yeah, we'll get that in a second. There's
Okay.
still goes off first, since
Okay.
they are coming up from out of the ground.
Oh, it's probably too late to. Never mind. I should have done unstoppable and then held my action, but it's fine.
Does a 13 hit?
Yes. My evasion is 6, Carly.
It's 22 points of physical damage.
Ooh. Again, should have been an unstoppable, but I forgo. Okay.
As
I
this
will.
mountain lion comes out and just takes a swipe of its claws at you.
Okay. I'm gonna spend an armor slot to reduce that below my minor damage, so I just take 1 HP. That's how this works now. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
As it starts to what looks like fall and melt back into the boulders below, you can
Okay.
do your action that you held to try and hit it before it fully disappears into the rocks.
Bet. Alright, well, I'll go into Unstoppable, which I should have done earlier to reduce that damage. without having
You have to attack first because this is your held action, but you can go into unstoppable afterwards.
Bet. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, let's just hit something, hopefully. Wow. Okay. Let's see. That's 15 with fear. It was almost a crit, and then they smacked into each other, and my luck or my hope die rolled to a 1.
It hits.
Oh, bet. I don't have any D8s out. Give me a second.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Hold on. Is that 8?
This is
No,
funny.
that's-
I got something I thought would never come up in the game.
Wow, 2 1s. All right. That is 12 points of physical damage from my halberd. And it also deals an extra stress because of the scary feature.
Got it.
Nice.
And it
And that'll
disappears
go
back
into Unstoppable.
That takes an action, correct?
No, it just says once per long rest you can choose to become unstoppable. There's nothing about it taking an action, as far as I can see.
Okay, yeah. Then you can go into unstoppable. As it disappears beneath the earth again, Knots. I need you to make an agility or instinct reaction.
I feel like I need that too. However, with the dice want. Oh, that is almost a critical. It is with fear, of course, but it is 21 plus 3 is 24.
Nice.
Yeah. The head of the mountain lion like pops up right as you're like pointing between your legs and goes to like grasp your ankle, but you manage to pull your foot away before it can clamp down, and it disappears back into the earth.
Gotcha.
That is back to you guys, though.
Knots is still pointing out where that one is, correct?
Yeah, it's underneath her somewhere.
And it did just stick its head out and try to bite me.
Astoy will wander over there as the Hydra. I never thought this would come up. I've got advantage on dig.
Sweet.
And the Hydra's going to just start digging in and trying to find the creature to bite it.
Nice.
Sure. Give me a strength roll.
Okay. Let's see. I have advantage on this. So.
That's such a specific thing to have advantage on.
Yep.
It's so cool.
22.
Yeah, you start with hope or fear.
Yeah, sorry, I should be saying that better. That is with hope.
Yeah, so you can take that hope. Yeah, you start pulling and digging down in the direction that Knots is pointing. You dig like a good 5 to 6 feet into the stone, just pulling and crushing and grabbing before you catch like the shoulder. You can start seeing what maybe looks like the shoulder of one of the mountain lions.
There's a little beetle with a sign. It's like, right here, right here.
Was that movement or was that my action? Can I bite it?
That was an action to dig, but you have made it to them, so you could take another action to try and attack them there.
Well,
as you're currently the only one that can see them.
Okay.
You dug down and you got to them, so you can take another action if you want.
All right. I will try to bite it and rip it out of the ground.
Go for
it. 15 with fear.
Hits.
All right. 10 plus 17. 34 damage.
Yeah, so you, in your Hydra form, go down and try to chomp on the piece of the shoulder that is visible, and you clamp down and you like rip out, but instead of ripping the whole body of the stone wraith out, you just rip out like this like quarter chunk of where the shoulder is, as you just rip apart the stone wraith, and you see like in the initial ripping the actual like internal guts, which show you that no, the creature is not fully made of stone, but as it dies, the guts and pieces that have been ripped out just turn into stone, and now you just have a quarter of a stone wraith chunk in your mouth.
Well, that's not
And a
tasty.
hole in
You'll
the
spit
ground.
that out.
I'm gonna prepare to use my spirit weapon to launch it at the next time one appears.
All right.
So I call them.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend a fear to interject. At the I need an agility reaction roll from Grace.
Of course, because I was about to do the thing that I wanted to do, but
It knew you were going to do the thing.
That is an 18.
Yeah, it pops out and goes to clamp on your leg, but you, like knots, catch it ahead of time in order to kind of scooch out of the way. As it, instead of like knots where it fell back down, it fully pops out and tackles you. I'm pretty sure a 19 will hit.
Is she very close to me? We were all sleeping kind of in the same area.
I know. I'm trying to figure out where you guys moved to in the course of the battle. How about this? Give me just a D12 roll.
Me or her?
Nope, her.
Okay, cool.
12.
You are very close to her.
Bet. I am your shield.
All right. So you will take 21 points of physical damage.
Halved because I have resistance and unstoppable.
Yes.
All right.
I mean, you could, but you would have to do it before the eye of your shield, because her eye of shield is to take damage.
Yeah, it's like if it hits, yeah. I was sitting there waiting. I was like, is this going to do damage anyway?
Yeah, so just for order of operations beforehand, you would need to do your danger sense before she does her I am your shield in order for it to work functionally. So not this time. Yes, so yes, it is resistance, it is halved, so it'll be 11.
Mm-hmm. Which is under my minor, so it's only
damage.
1 damage.
Great. And Nyx had a held action, so you can take that right now as it appears.
Okay, I will do that.
It was a very satisfying sound of dice.
Yeah. 18 with hope.
Nice.
Hits. Take that hope.
Okay. And then I roll this. Oh, I'll roll it here. 24 points of magical damage.
Nice.
In the thing. So he throws like his glowing axe, and then it kind of returns to him magically.
Yeah, so it pops out. It tries to bite at like the shoulder junction of Grace before a giant hellbird sticks itself in the way of the bite. And before it can even react to that, it's already getting caught. Essentially in the same place that Knots hit the other Stone Wraith, right in the shoulder blade. And it, once again, as I'm spending some fear, gives out a roar of pain. And so I am spending a fear to interject and a fear to do this ability, and I need everybody to give me an agility reaction roll.
This is gonna go well for me.
Can I try to I'm pretty big. Can I try to get over and protect people and just not take a save?
Not unfortunately for reaction rolls.
Okay.
That's the third time I've rolled a 12 and a 1 this game.
22 for Knots and 21 for Kaboom.
Great.
Can I try a thing?
What's your thing? What do you want to try?
So, Primal Origin allows you to modify the essence of magic itself. When you cast a spell or use a weapon that deals magic, you can mark a stress. Well, I'm not really doing that, so never mind.
What did you want to try and do?
Well, because it says add +2 to the action roll result.
Yeah, so that's if you're trying to do magic. But I will say, she is a sorcerer, so she may try to do magic to protect herself. So, if you want to, I will allow you to mark stress to try and add +2 to your roll.
Sweet.
I'm going to use a prayer die for my roll, and I got a 15.
Okay.
I got a 10.
Okay.
Oh, right. I have prayer die now. Let's see. Let me remember how to use these exactly.
You just take one away and then add the number
Okay.
to your roll. Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to spend my 2, so that ups it to a 16.
And what did you end up with, Grace?
With the +2, I landed at exactly 14.
Nice.
Great. So as this roar reaches out, all of you, except for your new friend Estoy and his stone hydra form, manage to get out of the way of yet another avalanche of rocks. You're pretty sure that this is probably making your trek tomorrow way more difficult.
Oh,
All
no.
these avalanches of rocks come crashing down. It's just a thought that comes into your mind as you're jumping out of the way of the
I feel like it's probably
falling
Tristan. It's like,
boulders.
shit.
But Soy will take 18 points of physical damage.
I've got resistance to physical in this form, so that'll drop it to my minor.
As the stone wraith disappears under the tumbling rocks.
All right.
Is there still the one that attacked Grace that I intercepted?
No, that is the one that disappeared. The other one is
Damn
dead.
it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I guess hold it until it pops back up.
Yep.
This sucks. What the hell are these things?
Give me anybody that's holding and waiting for one to pop back up, give me an instinct roll, please.
Can
Like
I
a
be added
reaction?
to that list?
It's not a reaction. This is just you like looking around trying to see where they might pop up.
I got a 15
Can I
With-
use Gifted Tracker for that?
with fear.
All right. Yeah, you can use Gifted Tracker for that.
Make sure
Can I be added to that list? Because I've been trying for a few rounds now to say that I'm holding something.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
you can. Like I said, anybody that is looking around intensely trying to figure out where the creature might pop up can give me an instant.
It is. Okay.
That's a 19 with hope.
Take that hope. So I've gotten Nyx and Grace so far. Is anybody else?
Yeah, I'm holding
15 with hope.
Okay, you can take that hope.
17 with fear.
All right.
And I got a 15 with Hope.
All right. Grace is the only one that realizes after a tense few moments of you guys all looking around, waiting, that the creature was pretty injured. It probably retreated from what they thought might be an easy meal. Anybody that rolled with fear, which I believe was Nyx and Stoy, will take a stress. But the danger seems to have passed. And I feel like it's a
See,
really good place to end tonight.
Oh, it's good to be back.
Yay!
Yay.
Back to realizing I have abilities I didn't know I had after
Right.
because again with like changing Guardian and me just not keeping track. I was looking at Stalwart and I can reduce it by my armor score, like damage by my armor score, before even spending an armor point.
Yep.
That's now the feature of the class.
Nice.
So sick.
Yeah, I showed Carly that in the versus the Hydra.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I also let you do it the better way,
Yeah,
which is not the way it will work because it's a little too much.
Nice. Well, speaking of being back, we'll be here next Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern.
We
I
need to
hope-
talk.
Oh,
What?
Said we need to talk.
Who needs to talk? What needs
Me.
to talk?
don't tell me you're
That I
going to
brought
England
up
again.
before, and it was ignored.
Oh,
Fine.
she's gonna be.
I'm gonna be in Orlando.
Oh, okay.
Oh. I was worried you were gonna say you were gonna be in London again. To be like, girl.
We'll be back on Future Friday. We'll mark
see.
that on our calendar. You can head over to WHPublications/events and sign up for that calendar that's over there and get it on your calendar so you know what's going on. Next Saturday, we're returning for Hunter Bad Blood episode 5, who like half the cast here, over half the cast is in that as well. So I'm looking forward to that as we play some more World of Darkness. We missed last week because of various reasons. Life gets in the way. So we'll be excited to come back for that. And then Wednesday at 1 p.m. now, we shifted an hour earlier, come back for the Horde of the Dragon Queen, where we have a bunch of cultists trying to bring back Tiamat from the imprisonment in the hells that she has been forced to deal with. Hello, kitty. Everyone take a moment to enjoy more
Aw.
kitties. Where's Void? I can't remember Void's real name, Lauren.
Percy. She's
Percy.
sleeping over there.
The other one's right there.
Nice. Anything anyone wants to throw out there? All
Happy
right.
to
nice
be
to be
back.
back. Jinx.
Nice. Well, thanks so much for watching tonight, everybody. We're going to raid. As we do so, please hang out, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Thanks for watching.